Hi everyone, this is Anna Hellman with Scrapping, Stamping, and Stuff. I'm here today with a really simple card tutorial to help you make some quick and simple cards in just a few minutes. I always used to make more complicated projects because I really do enjoy making some of the more detailed things, but I realized that it doesn't really help people get started with card making, so I try to share more simple projects now, at least once a week, to help you learn how to make cards and help you get started. So on today's projects, I am going to use the Tasteful Touches stamp set. I've been doing these videos occasionally where I use one stamp set, one ink pad, and one paper, and I make 3 card designs to show you how to use them. So I think this would be a great stamp set for getting started because it has some really pretty images in it, and then it has some nice greetings as well. So we will make these 3 cards in just a few minutes, and they are very simple. So we will start with this one. To prepare my card bases, I have taken an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, and I cut it in half right here at the 5.5 inch mark. Then with what you have left, you can fold it in half for your card base. And I'm throwing my bone folder here, so you can use a bone folder if you have one to give it a good crease. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can use your finger and give it a good shot. So this is my card base. If you prefer to buy card bases already prepared with the envelopes, you can do that as well. The ink color I'm using today is Mary Merlot, which I really like this color. I've been using it a lot. And I already have my stamps attached onto the clear blocks. So the stamp sets come with the stamps inside. If you're just getting started, you do need to have a few clear blocks to attach them to. But I'm going to ink. I'm not pressing very hard, just kind of tapping it a few times on that ink pad. And I am going to stamp once. And if you notice the faded effect on a few of these, I am going to stamp again without re-inking, which gives that faded effect. I really like that as a real easy way to get more use out of your ink pad, more colors, without having more colors. So I'm going to stamp this a few times. I want to make it a little bit more full back in here. We'll add another one right there, and a little bit more back there. Okay, I think I like that. Take that back. I want something darker there. There we go. We'll go with that. Now I have this Just Saying Hello stamp, and I'm going to put that right there. So as you can see, I just stamped that in, what, probably a minute or maybe less. So that is our very first card, Just Saying Hello. It is that simple. If you want to spice up the inside, of course, you can put any greeting you want to on the inside. If you want to make the inside a little bit more special, you can add some of those branches to the inside. I'll just put that one right there. Let's move on to card number 2. And we will make this one, the one that says "You are so special." So I have my card base prepared, and I have a piece of cardstock that measures 1 by 2.5 inches. And I should mention, normally for these my real simple videos, I use white or vanilla cardstock. Today I'm using Crumb Cake, which is also one of the colors that I use more than any of my other colors. So really nice neutral color. So I like this stamp here, this kind of nice texture. I'm going to angle it and just start stamping. So there was no rhyme to how I did this. I tried to keep the stamp at that same angle, but other than that, I just started stamping and filling in space. Get that out of the way so I don't stamp on it. We'll put one there, put one there. Did bring one in down here. And maybe fill in a couple of little gaps around the corners. All right, so that filled in a lot of that space. Now on this little piece, I have a stamp that says, "You are so special." Put that on there. And to attach this, you could use regular adhesive. You could use our Seal or Seal Plus adhesive, which is like a tape runner. But I like to pop, if I just, you know, if I'm keeping my card real simple, popping that greeting up adds something without really any extra work. So these are our foam dimensionals that are going to pop that up so that you can see it sticks out and just adds something a little extra to it. So there's card number 2. Card number 3, we need a card base, and we need a piece that measures 2 inches by 5.5 inches. So let's stamp on this one first. And I have this really pretty flower stamp. I've been using this for some other cards too. I'm inking it up, and I'm going to stamp once in the center. Then without re-inking, I'm going to stamp another time over here and another time over here. And I did turn the flower over here a little bit and over here a little bit. You would not need to do that, but that way you get that faded effect. Now let's stamp the greeting up at the top of this. You can lay this on here if you want to get an idea of spacing, which seems like a good idea because if I don't do that, I'll probably mess it up. So this says, "The good things in life are better with you." And you could leave it just like that if you wanted. I decided to add a little bit of this little texture stamp around the edges just for something a little extra. And again, you can see I'm stamping a few times without re-inking. So I like how that looks. Now, if you can see the dark ink along the edges of this piece of cardstock, we're going to pop this up with dimensionals. But another little trick to add something without really a whole lot of effort is to get that ink on there, you just put the edge of your cardstock against your ink pad. So there, you might be able to see. That way it just adds that dark color, and it's going to make it stand out from the actual card. Looks good. So I'll flip that over, put some dimensionals on the back. And that will be just about it. If you wanted to make up a stack of cards to keep in your collection, you could make up a handful of these in just a few minutes. More than a handful of these. Only takes a few supplies. Doesn't take much time. And it's a great way to get started with card making. So I'm going to bring these back in here now. A lot of times when I make these real simple cards, I do show you at the very end, if you want to add something a little bit extra, some little embellishments are a nice way to do that. So these are some of our gold Glimmer enamel dots. I'm going to use my little scissors to pick them up and help to put them on. So this is kind of a fun way to add something cute without, you know, without having to learn how to tie a bow, I guess we'll say. Been helping some people learn how to tie bows this week, and it doesn't come naturally to everyone, I will admit. But these are just real easy to add. Give it a little sparkle. And there you can see these 3 cards made with the Tasteful Touches stamp set. So hope you enjoyed this. If you would like to learn how to make cards, if you're looking to get started or you have questions, I would love to help you get started. So please contact me. You can find more information at my website, scrappingstampingandstuff.com. And I hope to see you again next time.